called to a home for a welfare check, and they make a shocking discovery. I'm Camille and Mary. Find out what it was in a live report.
A wild scene plays out in Warren. A driver hits several people allegedly on purpose.
Temperatures feeling pretty summer-like out there today. When will it finally start feeling like fall? We'll check that 7-day forecast.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
The 1-1. Softly to Ibanez. To first. Tigers are heading back to the postseason.
Oh, never a doubt. The Tigers defeat the Red Sox in Boston to clinch a spot in the playoffs for a second year in a row. Happy days. Welcome to Fox 2 News at 10. I'm Dave Spencer.
And I'm Hilary Golston. All of us were feeling good about it, right?
We were.
And we have to really feel great about it because it wasn't easy. As recently as the middle of the week, the Tigers appeared poised for one of the biggest collapses in the more than 150-year history of Major League Baseball.
But all of that is forgotten today. Their magic number at 1. They finished the job in baseball's oldest ballpark. Woody Woodruff leads us off tonight with the recap. Hey, Woody.
How you doing, guys? Yes, indeed. As mentioned, the Tigers are in the postseason for a second straight season. Detroit punching its ticket today after taking down the Red Sox. And as has been the norm for the past few weeks, victory did not come easily. To Fenway Park we go, where once again, runs were hard to come by. And the Tigers found themselves down 1-0 after 2. But with a magic number of 1 and a postseason berth on the line, the Tigers broke through, with Jahmai Jones ripping that ball into left. And that was enough to play Dylan Dingler and Javi Baez. Detroit up 2-1 after 5, and the bullpen did its job, shutting down the Red Sox the rest of the way. Will Vest getting the final out, and that started the celebration. Yes, the division title is still up for grabs between the Tigers and Guardians, but tonight the Tigers have clinched a spot in the 2025 postseason field, making A.J. Hinch a very happy manager.
That was a wild ride. Obviously, it's been hard on our fans, hard on our organization, hard on our players, hard on our staff. But this never gets old when you can celebrate getting to October and check the records come Tuesday. Everybody's 0-0, the teams that are playing. So we're going to take that to heart, obviously. And we've been one of the best teams in baseball all year. We need to go out and prove it. But getting a new start at 0-0, and we're going to see what happens.
A.J. Hinch talking about how everything is hard. It's going to get harder now that the team is in the postseason and going up against, well, we don't know who yet, but still they have to set lineups and pitching rotations and all kinds of things like that. But that's, I guess, a happy problem to have once you're in the postseason.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you're wearing the goggles and you're doing the post-game interview,
champagne,
that's
exactly.
a good place to be.
It is a good place. We'll have much more on this coming up in sports.
Yeah,
all
perfect.
right. Thank you so much, Woody.
Sure.
All right.
We can all exhale on the Tigers, and we can look forward now to the Lions tomorrow. We'll get into the Lions forecast in just a second. First, we start with a live look outside. 70 degrees with those winds blowing pretty consistently out of the south. That has not really affected the forecast much today, outside of maybe an influx of some milder southern air, but not too humid. Overall, kind of a nicer day. A hotter day, though, for this late in September. We were close to a record. We did not set the record. We missed it by 4 degrees. But when you miss a record by 4 degrees, it means it was a pretty warm day for sure. Things are quiet outside. We have high pressure, real strong high pressure over top of us, and that is not expected to move anytime soon, so that keeps us clear. Let's go ahead and break down the next 8 hours for you. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s, falling down into the low 60s by the time we wake up early Sunday morning. Those rain chances are going to sit very, very low. No rain in the forecast. Tomorrow, 80 degrees. Those Lions tailgaters are going to like what they have with mid-70s for most of the late morning, early afternoon. More on that coming up a little later. Dave and Hilary, back over to you.
Bizarre discovery in Bloomfield Township today.
A body found inside a home. This while a family member lived there. Police were called to the scene this afternoon. Of course, this raises a lot of questions and concerns. Fox 2's Camille Mary is live tonight with the latest on this. Camille.
It is disturbing. We don't have a ton of information, but we have learned what happened. We're going to take you to some video right now. This at the house on Hedgewood in Bloomfield Township. Police were called to do a welfare check. A family member called them, said, hey, can you do a welfare check? And when they got there, they found the body, sources say, of a badly decomposed female. Her husband was there, according to sources, living in the home with the body. We're not sure how long, but SWAT teams were called in just to negotiate with him. He was in distress. They got him out safely and took him into protective custody so he can get the help that he needs. But still, we talked to neighbors, they just said they weren't they didn't even believe it, because they said that they saw the couple come and go, and sometimes the husband, 57 years old, sometimes he traveled for work and was gone for quite some time, but they never noticed anything out of the ordinary. They also said that a son lives overseas, that he works overseas. He's in his 20s. Again, this male, 57 years old, alive but in distress, sources say, living in the home with the decomposed body of his wife. Neighbors said they did not see anything suspicious, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that police do not believe that this is foul play. They are not investigating it as foul play, but still a bizarre situation, needless to say. That man hopefully getting the help that he needs. Again, we do not know how long he was inside that home. We don't know how long his wife has been deceased. We don't know how she died. We're hoping to learn more information on Monday, but still a horrible, horrible situation. Reporting live, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
And I know, as you said, we're probably going to learn a lot more come Monday. But right now, the big question I think on everyone's mind is, how could this family member have just left a body there like this? Have police said anything about what the person was thinking?
You know, they're not, and you saw the tape across the porch. Obviously, by the time we got there and found out about it, police had left, but the tape remained. It was a very quiet neighborhood, and not to get too graphic, but sometimes we can, bodies put out an odor when they've been sitting for a long time, and we've had warm weather, but we couldn't smell anything at all. But we wonder, how could you be inside the home, and was he maybe having some disconnect with reality? But neighbors said that they never ever sensed any issues, any problems. So it's a lot to unpack, and hopefully he'll get some help, but still just a horribly sad story.
All right, Camila Mary live for us tonight. Thank you so much. All right, we have to tell you about this. Certainly a horrific scene in Warren. Apparently a driver hit 5 people.
Yeah, and police think that she may have done this intentionally. That woman under arrest now. This all started last night near Van Dyke and 12 Mile. The woman, who was driving a 2019 Jeep Compass with a child inside, hit several people, allegedly on purpose. From there, she drove to a Walmart parking lot and tried to run some people down there, but only caused property damage. While police tried to pull her over, she hit the gas, hitting 2 parked cars in the parking lot. When officers then tried to arrest her, we're told she bit and kicked one of them. Amazingly, no one was seriously hurt. The child is in the care of family members, we're told. Police think the woman was suffering some sort of mental health episode at the time.
All right, this is another bizarre one. A man walking on the highway I-75. Why he was doing this, we still don't know. What we do know is he was hit and killed. Now, this happened late last night on the southbound side near 375. Someone called in saying a woman is walking on the expressway. A short time later, he was hit and killed. The driver told troopers that the man walked in front of her. State police say it's not known why the man was there. And they stress it's never a good idea, of course, to walk along the freeway. In fact, this is illegal.
All right, the big house in Ann Arbor, jam-packed on a fall Saturday. That's not unusual, but this was for no football game. Country star Zack Bryan performing the first ever concert at Michigan Stadium. Ticket sales hit nearly 120,000. That might set a record. Fans tailgating for the unique event. People coming from all over the world for this show.
We're from St. Louis, Missouri, and we came here to see Zack Bryan, so we have been fans for a super long time, and we want to be a part of history.
We got folks from all over. We got folks from Australia here. We got West Virginia. We got North Carolina. We got Oklahoma, Missouri. I mean, they're from Michigan, of course. They're folks all over, and they're just like family.
Now, one person we spoke with said this was his 15th Zack Bryan show, seeing his band in 3 different countries.